I think that Manny will take most of the control early on, and if UGAS can't change the momentum of the fight and can't time Manny Pacquiao, then it can be it could be a devastating fight for him in the later rounds.
How hard is it to time Manny?
Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, just to get a fighter to simulate his style is very difficult. So it's not going to be easy at all. But I mean, anything can happen in boxing. All you need is one punch. We've seen it numerous times in the past. So I mean, maybe this is one of those nights. Maybe this might be UGAS's night. We'll just wait and find out. Tomorrow night's gonna be big. It's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be good. Good fights.
What do you remember the most about fighting Pacquiao? What always sticks out when you go back to that?
His speed, right? He's very agile. It was very easy for him to move left and right, up and down, and which meaning that his feet work is just very surprising, and it was difficult to catch him because the minute you let a punch go, he kind of jumps out of range already. So you just got to time him down perfectly.
Well, Keith Thurman was saying that he actually thinks the length of UGAS will help him a lot. Help him in timing Manny. Do you see that as well? Do you think UGAS will be able to time?
I think honestly, UGAS is gonna have to take 4 punches to land one. That's just the way it works. Just looking at the two styles. UGAS has that longer reach by a little, but keep in mind, Manny's already used to that. I mean, Margarito had longer reach. I had longer reach. Oscar De La Hoya had a longer reach. And he was able to use his lateral movements to his benefits to get in and out of the way and left and right, to where you had to really, position yourself quickly in order to land a big punch on him, which ultimately that was the thing to do. I mean, UGAS does have great body shots. He can work inside really well. Manny Pacquiao doesn't work inside very well, so that's something to keep in mind. Maybe UGAS does that, and if he does it, he might have to sacrifice a little bit of defense for that. And eventually, hopefully, for his sake, he's able to land a punch.
Did you ever spar with UGAS out here in Vegas?
Nah, we did it. We were gonna set up some sparrings, but he was out of camp when I was getting into camp, and then so fortunately we weren't able to. It would have been nice. I'm sure it would have been entertaining, but I haven't done it yet.
Jessie, would you say that was the hardest thing to get used to fighting Manny Pacquiao, was the angles?
The angles and the speed and the experience. I mean, it's a numerous things. I mean, Manny's special. He's a unique fighter. He's a phenom. So it wasn't easy. He's still at 42. You see him. He's killing it. He's doing very well. He's showing that he still has the explosive power, the speed, the agility. It surprises me because he's still fighting as a young man. He looks like he's 26 when you see him inside the ring, but he's actually 42. Whatever he's doing, we're gonna find out what that magic it is. I'm not saying anything negative, or I'm just saying he has father youth on his side. That's what he has. Him at 42 years old and able to perform the way he has been doing. I mean, Thurman was one of the top guys in the division, as you all know, and you all thought he was pound for pound, on top of Errol Spence actually. And he lost that fight. Errol Spence jumped up top, and so Manny's been taking on tough challenges. I give him my respect for it. He's just continuing to look for more difficult tasks in front of him.
You think it's the last time he fights?
Wilder Fury 3, who you got? Wilder Fury 3.
Oh, that's a good fight, man. Listen, I mean, in the beginning, I would say that third one, most likely Tyson Fury takes it, because Wilder was just coming in immediately after, but now with it being postponed, I give Wilder a little more time to recover from that, this sounds bad, but the punches that he received in the second fight. I could put it in worse words, but I think that's a better way to put it. And he now has a little more time to recover. I'm not sure if the coach he has now is the perfect fit for him, honestly, just from what I've seen in the training sessions.
In that same fight, who do you feel more pressures on, Wilder or Fury for this third?
Why is that? That is because I don't think he's as experienced as a trainer as Wilder thinks he is, just from seeing some of the work that they've been doing. But again, I mean, as long as he gives him the confidence he needs, and that's all he needs. I mean, he is doing a good job, but there's certain details that I see, in the technique that are definitely not beneficial for Wilder. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, let the best man win, come fight time. But I see that it's going to be it's gonna be a competitive fight. I think they're both gonna be looking for the knockout because they both know they can hurt each other, and I think ultimately that's what they're gonna do, and it will end in a knockout for certain. I'm sorry, what was your question?
I said, my question was, who do you feel is more under pressure?
I think that Tyson is on top. Like his confidence is up through the roof, man. You know, so not that it's a bad thing; it's a good thing. And Wilder, he has that demeanor about him. He's like, I want to get you back, you know. So I think that both of it will work for them. Ultimately, I think that, and that's a good question actually. Tyson knows what he has ahead of him, and Wilder knows what he has to do to prove people wrong. So what's gonna win? The confidence that he has, that Tyson has, or the grit in which Wilder will come back with, you know, that fire that he will come back with. So it's going to be interesting to see, but definitely Wilder's going to have to add a little more agility to his style in order for him to do something better, at least in my opinion. But I mean, ultimately we'll just find out, you know, soon enough.
But along them lines, you know, like he's asking about, is it hard as a fighter if you're Fury and you already did the job, you already won by a knockout fight? Is it harder to be as motivated as your opponent who wants that get back so badly? You know, how much does that matter in a fight for a fighter?
Not for a fight like Tyson Fury, because Tyson, you could tell he likes to stay on top, so his work ethic is there. You know, that's all you need, and of course with the talent among other things. I mean, it's not that easy, but I think that he has his head on right, and he doesn't want to get knocked off the top of the list. And for that reason, especially with the competition between AJ, him, and the UK, and, you know, so many more options out there. I just don't see the confidence affecting him, because he's still going to be prepared in order for him not to embarrass himself. A person that likes to speak as much as you know, Tyson Fury doesn't want to be embarrassed either. So I think that keeps him, you know, level-headed.
Jesse, a word on yourself as well. What's next?
We have big moves coming, man.
You know, this is very important fight to him.
That's what I was thinking.
Because he wants to prove again to the people that Manny is still there in the boxing. So I always told him that we need to win this fight, because this is a very important fight, because of the people of the Philippines. You know, I'm very happy that here that Manny Pacquiao, they have a fight again.
He's over there.
What did you see from him in training camp?
For the training camp, I'm so very happy because I gave really to Senator a good condition, 110% condition.
What do you think of YORDENIS UGAS as an opponent?
Dennis Ugas, I don't want to underestimate that guy. I have a big respect for him because he's a world champion, he's an Olympian. You know, ever since I never underestimate the opponent of Senator Manny Pacquiao. But especially Ugas, I don't want to underestimate this guy. I said, we'll see on Saturday.
You want Manny to keep fighting?
For me, maybe 2 fights, that's it. That's it. After this and then another 1 fight, that's it. Done. Thank you.
Hi. Okay, so